It was August the 8th, 1994, and we were celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary. We had a mass on a Saturday, and then we had dinner and continual celebrations on Sunday. Monday morning, my husband, Guy, said to me, "I have to see Dr. Sadi." I asked him how long he knew this, and he said, "I've known for a couple of weeks, but I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to destroy the celebration." So we had an appointment with Dr. Sadi that morning, and he confirmed that he could detect a mass. So we had an appointment to have our photos done that afternoon because of the anniversary. And it was a little bit difficult to go and have them done, knowing that we had this news. But I'm glad we did, because now I have that photo in my bedroom, and my kids have one as well. Well, we weren't prepared, obviously, who is? Well, we talked, and we just, we said, this is what we want. He was very definite. He wanted to be at home. And we had power of attorney for our property and our health already. And we went to see our lawyer and made sure that our wills were up to date and made funeral arrangements. We made it for both of us so that it didn't seem so hard. And we talked to our children and told them what the situation was. And there isn't very much you can do. You just, that's what you're faced with, and you have to learn to deal with it.
My wife, Irene, was diagnosed with cancer and lived with cancer for 10 years. As well, I provided palliative care to my father, who was ill periodically in Toronto. It's quite often the family and the friends that are the ones that are providing the palliative care. Because when somebody receives a diagnosis of cancer or some other serious illness, it's emotionally devastating and overwhelming. And you need somebody there who could step back and make sure all the details around medication and appointments and all of this is all taken care of. So I think being conscientious, is a very good starting point. And quite often being a caregiver is a long haul experience. And if you're going to be in it for the long haul, then you need to take care of yourself. You need to go for that walk. You need to reach out for help. That might be a personal care worker, but could also be a friend or family member. But for some conditions, including some cancers, there are support groups. I would say that support groups are not for everyone. They can be quite intense. For Irene and I, they were very helpful. We attended all the meetings. We learned a lot by hearing some of the issues and treatments that other patients were having. We felt a bit of moral support, realizing we were not alone. We eventually took over leadership of that myeloma support group. And on the whole, I think the people that participated really benefited from it.
Guy was never confined to bed except for the last 3 days of his life. So I was able to look after Guy. I had my 3 children who were there to help whenever I needed them. And I had good friends who would be there whenever I needed them as well. And we just lived a very simple life. I mean, just to get him out of the house, we'd go have coffee at Tim Hortons with friends, or we'd just go maybe do a walk around the mall because, he hated the cold, so we'd do that. And, I just devoted the time that way to him. I can't imagine what it'd be like to travel this journey by yourself with no support.
Even in the final moments of Irene's life, those final moments were very precious. And I think they were made possible by proper palliative care. By putting on the antibiotics, by controlling pain, she was able to say goodbye to her family. All those end-of-life memories are going to be with you till your end of life. So you want that to be the best possible experience for your loved one, the best possible experience for you as well.